Hey, I'm up here in front of this property, this 5 acres that we purchased with the 1985 double wide on it. Standing in the front yard. The yard hasn't been touched this year. It's probably last fall, maybe the last time it was touched. Trees, you see this big tree back here is going to have to be trimmed. There's another cedar with limbs hitting the ground. Got a lot of cleanup to do around it. I'm going to just give you a quick view of it, and then we're going to get started with the weed eating and mowing and hopefully get some of that done today. It's been raining, it's still a little damp, but we're going to do the best we can with it. It does have a nice lilac bush up here that's putting off a little bit of scent today, but it's a good size one, and it's something we may trim up a little bit, but we're gonna hang on to that for sure. Get you spun around here and give you a quick tour. This is it from distance. Did have this 20 by 34 pad. Has stem wall on this end of it. Kind of having thoughts of building a little shop area on it, or place to store mowers and maybe get one vehicle in and change oil or something like that. Not sure yet. But you can tell it's all growed up. Cedar tree, big old cedar tree, huge. Probably keep it, but it's going to have to be trimmed up. This little addition down here is going to have to go. I don't know what we're going to do in place of that, but we're not wanting it on there. This is actually the back of the house, but it's the part that faces the highway. So it'll come off before it's all over with at some point, because this is where, I don't know if you remember, in the basement down there where the water's coming in, it's right up, about right along in there, and that's all gonna have to go down and be dug out all the way down to the footing and right around the corner, and probably run a pipe right on around and daylight it there just over the hill and let any water that tries to accumulate there, give it a place to escape and get it away from the foundation, and hopefully dry the basement up. Is this where this thing is added? They've spray foamed it and spray painted on the inside, so that siding is no doubt bad shape there. It's going to have to come off. This little deal here, don't know, they must have parked in it or used it for something, but we will probably take it down. Just found a hammer. No telling. That'll be Lisa's hammer. She doesn't have a good hammer. I found you a hammer.
Oh, yay.
This is your hammer.
That's mine?
Yeah. You can thank me later.
Hey. I will.
So, coming on back around the house from that door. Of course, this is the woods. We're going to get in here. One of the first things we do is clean this area up. It's just an overgrown mess, but there's a lot of really nice trees back in there. And I guess there was probably a storm or something came through. There's a lot of trees that are just laid over like that in there, busted off. I've seen some that's broken off back there. Some big stump sticking up. It was logged about 15 years ago, they said. Anyway, a lot of cleanup to do, but we'll get it done. Here's the back, which is actually the front of the home, but it faces the woods. I think the gutters are clogged. I even see a little twig coming up out right there. I don't know if you can make that out on here or not, but that's gonna have to be another day. It's been raining and I'm not gonna get on that metal roof. So some work to do here. This has settled back into the house, and then that bottom board there is just rotten. So I don't know what we're going to get into there. We'll probably just replace that whole door anyway and repair that at the same time. So anyway, and then we're back around to this side. So there's a little foundation area that I'd like to turn into a little shop area. And this end of the house, it's got an antenna. I don't know if it's will pick anything up or not, but anyway, we're gonna hopefully do a little mowing and weed eating here, make this a little bit better before we get out of here if it don't start raining. So hang around and see what it turns out.
better. We've got a long way to go on it, but it's looking better. Had to mow with our blades up because it was just too thick. If we'd have waited another month, we could have brought a baler in here to bale hay for us. It was so thick. Concrete poured out here. We think maybe another double wide had been here at one time, or maybe that double wide had been here and was set up on these concrete piers. We don't really know what it was. Grass is so thick it's kind of hard to see. I do want to show you this. We have a little friend, we've heard. You can't really see in the grass. But one of our neighbors told us that we have a wild horse that comes around here. They don't know who it belongs to. It just runs around the area. And I think it likes to come and eat our grass, which is a good thing. It just couldn't eat enough of it.
Well, we spent the last few hours mowing, weed eating, trimming trees. I don't know if you remember that tree had a big limb hung all the way down to the ground. We cleaned them up. Done a lot of weed eating. Cut it high this time. We're going to have to come back and do a little better job next week, maybe after it's set for a little while, and go a little closer. We're kind of learning the ground and where the bad places are. So anyway, I think we're just about ready to call it a day and get on home. So not sure where we're going from this point on the place. You got a plan?
Day by day.
More cleanup for one thing.
Yes.
That'd probably be a few times. The basement needs a lot of work. Other than that, we're making headway. It's cleaned up a little better, looks a little better from the road, and I think we're gonna call it a day and try to get back up here in a few days and do a little more cleanup. So appreciate y'all coming along with us again, and if you want to continue and see how we make this place over and in the future, just give us a like and a subscribe. We'd appreciate it, and appreciate you being here this time, and we'll see y'all later.
Bye.